Good morning, good afternoon if you're joining us from the East Coast. My name is Eduardo Silva. I will be your host for today's webinar. We're going to take another minute or so to allow the other attendees to join us, and we'll be back with you momentarily. Thank you so much for your time. All right, let's get started. So thank you once again for taking the time out of your day to join us. As always, really excited to be sharing some new information with our community. Today, we're going to be talking about dispensary retargeting. In other words, your secret weapon for winning more customers. How to build brand awareness and get more sales is really at the core of what we're going to be discussing today. For today's agenda, we're going to be covering why you need to start a retargeting campaign for your dispensary, delivery service, or medicinal practice, the tools you need to get started, and then the most effective retargeting strategies as well. Once again, my name is Eduardo Silva. It is a pleasure to be speaking with you today. Thank you so much for your time. And I'm going to give you a quick background on Foottraffik. So Foottraffik is a dispensary marketing or digital marketing, might I add, firm. And we have been in business for over 5 years now, working within this particular market segment exclusively. We're really excited to be part of this community, as well as be helping the community grow effectively and find those customers. We're also really focused on marketing analytics. It is a big part of what it is that we do, as well as our cultural DNA here at Foottraffik. So we're really excited to be sharing a lot of these insights, very data-driven marketing decisions that predominantly impact your business bottom line. Before we get started today, let's just take a quick moment to do some housekeeping. So first and foremost, as with our webinars, we keep the format really short. That means that there's a very high density of content that we're going to be covering. So I do ask that you limit the amount of distractions, perhaps put that cell phone that is on your desk or on your hand right now face down on your desk, or mute it. And then also take a moment to familiarize yourself with the Zoom interface of the webinar here. So I believe that everybody in the United States right now is probably an expert on how to operate Zoom. But if you are not, please do navigate to the top of your screen and find yourself that Q&A section. We do have panelists who are live here with us today, ready to answer any questions you have. So please do not hesitate to ask away. We are going to set a small Q&A window towards the end of our webinar as well. So do make sure you stick around. We do have an offer as well for the attendees that we'll be sharing at the end of the webinar. So with that being said, let's get started with value of retargeting. So once again, today's webinar, we're going to be covering retargeting your customers. So if someone told you that you could get 10x the number of visitors to your site with their ad strategy, wouldn't you consider running those ads? It may sound too good to be true, but that's what retargeting can do for you. So with retargeting, you are serving ads to people who have visited your website, who have made a purchase before. And these are people who are already interested in your dispensary, your brand. By marketing to them, you are building brand awareness and staying top of mind. Your retargeting ad is essentially a reminder for those existing customers and prospects. When set up properly, those who see your ads will remember that they are interested in your dispensary. Maybe they've made a purchase and it's time to restock, or maybe they're curious and want to learn more about what you carry and how to place an order. We currently use Geo Ads for retargeting. Geo Ads are mobile display ads that appear on a website and apps. And Geo Ad campaigns have parameters that you can set so you can target specific geographic areas and customers. Okay, so through the use of tracking pixels, which is installed when someone visits your website, you can retarget individuals based on web pages they have visited, their favorite product category, whether or not they checked out during their shopping experience, and including whether they've made a previous purchase or not. So what do you need? So I have another stat for you. So not only can you get up to 10x the clicks, but people who visit your site via a retargeted ad are 43% more likely to make a purchase when they visit your site again. Does that sound good or what? Again, because you're re-engaging people who are already interested in your dispensary, they've predisposed to buy from you again. And that's really the key takeaway here. So how can you start tracking this information and how can you start taking advantage of this strategy? Well, to make sure that you can retarget individuals, you first need to collect the right information. We always recommend that our clients have Google Analytics installed and that they enable e-commerce tracking. Not only is this necessary for determining revenue attribution, but it's also helpful for making and running the best possible ads for your business. We've seen plenty of bad Google Analytics installed already, and this is something that we set up for all of our clients. So we'll always check that it's running correctly before launching any campaign for you. If you don't have it set up, we'll take care of it for you, no worries. You will also need a unique tracking pixel. A tracking pixel is a 1-by-1 pixel graphic that allows you to collect data about what your website visitors are doing on your website. For example, you can actually see which pages they visited and for how long or which of the ads they clicked on to actually get to your website. So in other words, he tracks the entire behavior of that individual before they arrive on your website and then while on your website. And because a tracking pixel is saved to the cloud, it can actually follow your website visitors across devices. This means that you are able to actually gather more and better data so you can create ads that will lead to more sales. In case you're concerned about privacy, and let's be honest, we all should be, I want to note here that pixels do not collect any personally identifiable information. So you're not going to know any of your website visitors' name or cell phone numbers. Rather, you're just seeing a unique ID number. To create your ad, the ads themselves, you will need a copywriter and a graphic designer. To serve your ads, you will need a compliant cannabis network. And we actually have our own display network that we use for our clients so that we can actually guarantee that only individuals over 21 are seeing your ads in the United States and 19 or older are seeing the ads in Canada. Plus, when you work with us, we already have copywriters and graphic designers on staff, so you don't have to worry about any of that. We'll install everything you need to create the ads for you to review, then run them on our compliant network. And we'll also manage and optimize the ads to make sure that you're getting the highest return on advertisement spend. Okay, so ROAS, another term for ROI. Plus, we provide transparent reporting so you can actually see how well your ads are doing over time, how much revenue the ads generated for your dispensary and online orders and in-store visits as well. And this is actually one of the biggest kind of pluses of doing retargeting as well as geo ads. It allows you to even track individuals who are physically coming to your dispensary. So let's choose your goal. Let's discuss strategy. How can you make sure your retargeting efforts are as successful as possible? To start, you need to determine the goal of your campaign. Do you want to get older customers and get them to buy from you again? Engage with past website visitors that didn't purchase? Do you want to market to existing customers or rewards program for those members? Great. Export your list of customers' emails from your CRM, POS, or online menu, and we'll import the customers into our target list and show them your ads. It's that simple. You can have multiple goals as well, but you will need to build a strategy for each one and customize your ads accordingly. If you skip this step, you aren't going to have as much of a strategy and your campaigns won't be as effective. When you pinpoint who you're targeting and why, you can better reach them and encourage them to revisit your site. And that's really very important. So let's talk about segmentation, right? Next, you need to segment your audience and create custom audiences. This will allow you to serve up the right ads to the right people. For example, you can actually create segments based on visits to a particular page on your website. Let's say the customer viewed your CBD page. You can serve them an ad that features your highest CBD products or offer them a deal on CBD products. You can also target people who spend lots of time on your website, but who didn't place an order. People who visited your site at a certain number of times with any particular time frame, individuals who've abandoned their cart, and even people who have previously ordered from you. So who you choose to target should depend on your goal. Once you've got those two things squared away, you can create relevant ads. And this is beyond important because you're speaking to the audience about what they're interested in. So one great way to get people to click on your ads is to offer them a deal. Now, you can create a generic deal like 30% off store-wide, or since you already have data about where these people visited on your website, you can create special offers using this information. For example, if you're targeting an individual who visited your How to Use Concentrates page, you can then provide a discount on concentrates to help get them back on your website. By offering someone something that's relevant to what they are interested in, you're more likely to get that sale. If you're trying to re-engage customers who have left products on their shopping cart, you can offer a time-limited deal, let's say a 10% off to complete the purchase. If you just want to recapture former customers, create a segment for individuals who haven't made a purchase within the last 30 days. By retargeting customers after a certain period of time, then you can effectively remind them about your products. Geo ads that we run here at Foottraffik are display ads, which means that they are images. To be effective, they need quality. They need to be qualified, designed, and they need to attract the attention and look inviting. Any display ad should always include your logo to help build brand awareness and remind customers that they have already visited your site. They should be brand appropriate and use graphics and fonts that are associated with your brand image. In addition to your design, you need to also consider the text. What you say and how you say it can really impact whether someone is going to click on your ad or not. If you want your ads to convert, you need to have good copy and clear call to action. Some of our favorite call to actions include order online, shop now, buy now, or claim this deal now. So make it timely, right? Capture that audience. Cross-channel marketing focuses on providing the customer with a consistent experience while interacting with your dispensary, across multiple channels. It is a powerful way to merge your marketing strategy and create a customer journey across all of these different channels. By syncing your geo ads with other leading marketing channels like Google Ads and SEO, you can make your retargeting efforts more effective. Why? Well, by drawing more traffic to your website from Google Ads and SEO, you're increasing the pool of people that you can then retarget. This is great synergistic approach that allows you to really stay top of mind with your customers across all of these different channels. When someone clicks on your ad, where will they end up? Now, where you want to take someone will depend on the goal of your campaign. If you're focused on recapturing cart abandonment, then maybe you want to take them right to the cart page or to a special landing page with their coupon code. We can send them to a product page or a category page based on what they're looking for or what they were looking for before, right? And send them straight to your menu after that. We can actually create a custom landing page for your ad if you don't have a product or category page, or if you want to have a special offers page. Very customizable, right? But the idea here is that the world is your oyster, and we can help guide you through this process. Let's talk a little bit about testing. The last two strategies I'm going to cover today go hand in hand. To ensure that your ads are as effective as possible, you should be running A/B testing and consistently optimizing your ads based on the data you collect. Let's talk about A/B testing first. A/B testing is when you run two or more variants of an ad to see which one better serves your goals. It's possible that one ad may get you more clicks while another ad gets you more sales. But you won't know this unless you're consistently testing and monitoring your results. You can run A/B testing on different copy, designs, landing pages, offers, customer segments, and even more. As you've collected this data, optimize your ads in real time. You may notice, for example, that an ad that was performing well and is now getting fewer clicks. This is where it's essential to have someone consistently monitoring and optimizing your ads for you. We have launched hundreds of Geo ad campaigns, and we can support you in identifying opportunities and fix them quickly to increase revenue through your retargeting ads. It is a no-brainer for us here at Foottraffik. Now let's chime on into Geo ads and retargeting, probably the most important aspect of this entire webinar. Put your best foot forward and secure the advantages of remarketing by working with us when it comes to your Geo ads and retargeting. As I mentioned, we specialize in running retargeting campaigns for dispensaries with your Geo ads. And if you're playing any Words with Friends or any other apps online or browsing websites on your smartphone, you've seen Geo ads before. The ads are display ads that show up on mobile websites and mobile apps. Now imagine using that valuable real estate to connect with the new customer or re-engaging former customers of yours and drive people to your online menu or in-store. That's exactly what Geo ads is, and retargeting mobile ads make it possible. Geo advertising allows dispensaries to show messages to people depending on where they are in real time, instead of just casting a wide net and hoping for the best. Geo-targeting your ads can help you spend your marketing dollars more effectively by serving ads to people who are more likely to make a purchase. With retargeting, this becomes even more effective. Geo ads work by showing your advertisement on mobile sites and apps where your parameters are met. This means that if an individual's checking ESPN.com on their smartphone and they meet your demographic, behavioral, geographic requirements, they then will see your banner ad. The ads are possible thanks to the popularity and accessibility of smartphones. Wherever people go, you can bet that they have their smartphones with them. And never has there been so much traffic with smartphones than any other time in history. Research indicates that an overwhelming majority of Americans have their phones with them 24/7. That means that you can easily reach your ideal audience, especially when you target your ads. Now, the main component of working retargeting strategy is having a network of viable sites and apps on which you can advertise. For dispensaries, this can be a huge hangup. If you've ever tried to find compliant places to advertise, you know that I'm stating the truth. It can be very hard to find cannabis-friendly sites and apps that will let you market to dispensaries. Add in a local advertising restriction based on customers' verified age, and you've got yourself plenty of obstacles. So here at Foottraffik, we actually have a compliant network of over 3,000 cannabis-friendly websites and mobile apps, and we can target individuals who are 21 and up in the US and 19 and up in Canada. Plus, we make sure to stay on top of advertising regulations at every single state level. Now, when you work with Foottraffik, you get a whole team of people rooting for your success and helping you along the way. You don't have to hire a copywriter or a graphic designer and then seek out our websites and mobile apps to advertise on. We do everything for you and give you feedback every single step of the way. We also provide you with revenue attribution. This is key to determining how effective your ads are. And with Foottraffik revenue attribution, you can see how much your sales were during each specific marketing advertising campaign. Most digital marketing agencies in the cannabis space don't do this. And even though it's a standard outside of our industry, for us, it's a big part of the value of working with us. And we aim for transparency, and we want you to see your marketing generating sales. We will provide you this information and also guide you to better allocate your marketing budget so that you can continue to prosper and grow, and despite the current, revisions, if you will, to the industry and compliance. So I mentioned that we were going to share a deal with the attendees today for sticking around. So I have, put together a deal here for everyone, and I really do hope that you found this information helpful. And you can see the value of retargeting and Geo Ads from this information that we put together. To help you experience success for yourself, we have also, put this amazing offer that you can get started right away. So 20% off your first month with Geo Ads. If you do have any questions, right now is the time. I'm happy to address any questions you may have. Please do feel free to leverage the Q&A section here on the webinar. All right, great. So how quickly can you start seeing results from your campaigns? Thank you for that question. So first and foremost, Geo Ads is what I like to call a retargeting or impression-based marketing strategy. So what does that mean, right? You're not paying for a specific click. You're paying for mind share. You're paying to build a brand. And so with that being said, we know here at Foottraffik that it takes approximately 5 to 7 impressions before somebody's going to actually click and convert to a sale. So ultimately, you can start seeing results within the first month, but after month 2 and 3, you're going to start seeing the full power and benefits of it. Why is that, right? Case in point, somebody who I know dearly to me here was making an example of how she's been targeted by a Brazilian shoe company for the last 6 months. And this person turned to me and said, at this point, just confused about the color of the shoe that I'm going to buy. So ultimately, Geo Ads work. It just takes a little bit of time. You have to be patient. I would say that if you're looking for those quick wins up front, there are some other strategies. But if you are patient and you want to build that brand and get the conversion and build a mind share within your market, Geo Ads and retargeting is the perfect strategy for you. Another great question here. Can you do animated GIFs or rich media with Geo Ads? Absolutely. We can certainly do those mediums, and we certainly encourage it, right? However, within our team here, we'll certainly guide you through the process because there is art meets science when it comes to Geo Ads. So we want to make sure that although you want to be flashy, you don't want to appear as not a trustworthy brand, right? With too much flashy lights and whatnot and distract the actual consumer. So we'll guide you through that process, not only with your graphics, but also with your copy. Great question there. How do you measure results? Oh, I love this question because ultimately for me, revenue attribution, I absolutely can get behind. So We here at Foottraffik, part of our entire kind of culture, is, we've really adopted the idea of revenue attribution. So meaning we won't launch any of your campaigns until we have every single tracking in place in order to gauge the success of your campaign. Why is that? Because we want to know exactly how much dollar to dollar you are receiving from every single marketing strategy you're embarking on. So revenue attribution is how we measure results. Now, remember what I mentioned throughout this webinar, right? Setting a goal for each one of your campaigns is beyond important, because you can get the data, but is the data going to be showing exactly what you want towards that goal, right? Is your goal customer acquisition? Is your goal retargeting former clients? Is your goal conversion? Or is your goal purely revenue, right? Let's talk about those goals. Let's set those goals together and let's track towards those goals. Great question there. Any other questions from the audience? Well, thank you so very much for joining us today and sticking around. I want to take a moment to thank you for sticking with us. And if you do want to take advantage of it, please do reach out to us, foottraffik.me/call. For sticking around, you have actually qualified for a free Yeti tumbler. So happy to send that to you. Just schedule a call with us so we can gather all that information. And then finally, you have also qualified for 20% off your first month of Geo Ads. So reach out to us. Let's get started talking about your specific strategies and create a custom approach to earning you more customers. All right. Thank you so much for your time. Once again, my name is Eduardo Silva. Happy that you have chosen to spend this half hour with me here, and look forward to speaking with you soon. Have a wonderful rest of your day.